Now, I think it's pretty safe to say that the future of the Star Wars universe seems to be quite expansive, not just with their books, novels, comics, and video games, but also, let's not forget about their new Star Wars TV shows, their new Star Wars movies that are currently in the works by Disney and Lucasfilm, that's really going to shape up this new expanded universe as a whole. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way, guys, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support. It is greatly appreciated. Now, one thing about Disney Star Wars is that as of right now, they have over a dozen Star Wars projects currently in the works between what Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni as well as George Lucas are working on, with, of course, Deborah Chow on other projects that's going to expand the Kenobi timeline. You know, there's a lot of things happening between all of these different creators simultaneously and exactly what they are trying to achieve with the new Star Wars universe as a whole. Now, on top of all of this, we already know that Kathleen Kennedy is still having a lot of problems with the Acolyte TV series, which, by the way, it's not all that big of a surprise. I mean, she's been having numerous setbacks throughout the past year and a half about this show. In fact, the production, principal photography specifically, has been delayed till who knows when. They're trying to get the ball rolling to begin filming by this July, but we'll have to wait and see exactly what happens with that. Now, moving on to one big plan that Disney CEO Bob Chapek currently has that may be very controversial to a lot of Star Wars fans out there, especially if you guys love and cherish the prequel trilogy movies. A lot of fans out there may take this as a very big risk by what Favreau and Filoni are planning to do with the Ahsoka Tano TV series and how it's going to deeply impact the prequel trilogy films, specifically Revenge of the Sith. Now, on top of all of that, the Ahsoka Tano series is now well into development by Disney and Lucasfilm, with Rosario getting ready to do scenes with Hayden Christensen as Anakin Skywalker again by this June. Now, it's described, however, that currently Disney CEO Bob Chapek is getting ready to do something big with the prequel trilogy movies by refilming key scenes from Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, for the Ahsoka Tano TV series on Disney+. Now, it's described that Lucasfilm is getting ready to refilm portions of the prequel trilogy movies that will be involved with Ahsoka Tano watching what happens through one of the portals to learn more about the downfall of her master Anakin Skywalker. Now, further, it's described that both Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen will return for the Ahsoka series for a key moment that is going to refilm the moment Anakin becomes engulfed in flames on Mustafar. Both Favreau and Filoni are going to be involved with the scene that will implement a brand new take on the very moment that Kenobi leaves Anakin for dead on the lava-filled world. Now, Lucasfilm is also going to introduce and insert brand new scenes of Anakin burning alive on Mustafar that will be inspired from the Star Wars comics. One major scene that Lucasfilm is going to do is that they are set to have Anakin yelling, "Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi," as he walks away and leaves him behind. Now, let me just stop right here for 1 second. Now, I don't know about you guys, but to me, I think that this is a brilliant idea. The fact that they are going to be refilming the moment in which Anakin Skywalker officially becomes Darth Vader as we know it. Essentially burning alive on Mustafar, getting those injuries, and getting left behind by Kenobi. The thing about this that just worries me a little bit of a tad here is that they are going to be adding in new dialogue to the scene, basically filling in the gaps of what happened when it cut away in Revenge of the Sith. You guys may recall that when Anakin Skywalker is burning and Kenobi walks away, it cuts to a different scene. And at that point in time, that's exactly what Favreau and Filoni are going to be filling in. They're going to be giving us new dialogue by Hayden Christensen as burning Anakin, pretty much screaming for help for Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's going to have this moment in which he comes back as Anakin for a split second, but Kenobi does not hear him. And that, to me, I think is going to be very powerful and emotional for Ahsoka Tano to actually witness through the world between worlds in this new realm. Now, on top of all of that, now this big line of dialogue will be considered one of the new moments to be illustrated in the refilming of the special Revenge of the Sith scene. It's described also that they plan on de-aging Ewan McGregor for some new shots that will be mixed in with some archived footage of the moment Anakin burns on Mustafar. All of this is going to be seen through the eyes of Ahsoka Tano during her time in the World Between Worlds, and that they are planning to shoot this scene by this July between Ewan, Hayden, and Rosario. A massive set was already built to emulate a large portal window in the World Between Worlds, with tons of green screens built into the wooden frame set. So you can see that they really are putting a lot of budget into this TV series. In fact, I don't know if you guys knew about this, but Star Wars Ahsoka is going to have an even higher budget than the Kenobi TV show. And that speaks volumes. It does. Because it's going to have a lot more involved scenes like the World Between Worlds. You know, it's going to require a lot of CGI. It's going to require that revolutionary new technology that they are using on set. And not just that, you know, this series is aimed to be longer than the Kenobi TV show. They are planning on making it longer than 6 episodes at this point. And that's, you know, something to be very excited about. Now, many of the set designers are using a high budget from Disney to make this one of the most detailed sets ever in a Star Wars TV show that will also use the new technology that will be introduced into this series. Further, there is a key scene already pre-planned for Ahsoka where Rosario will be instructed to put her hand through the portal, trying to grab onto Anakin. However, in the end, pulls away in order to not change the past, even if it's for the better, essentially. Now, Ahsoka uses the World Between Worlds as a resource of knowledge as opposed to a resource of saving her master Anakin. One of the key themes in this realm is that something can be changed while other scenarios cannot be changed. Filoni and Favreau are making sure to make this a very emotionally driven scene where fans will get brand new dialogue from Hayden as Anakin burning alive on Mustafar as Kenobi walks away. Now, let me just stop right here for 1 second. Now, the thing about this that's very much, you know, exciting is that they are not only going to be refilming the entirety of this scene where Ewan McGregor says, you know, you were my brother Anakin, I loved you, and he burns. And they're also going to be adding on new scenes to this overall sequence. So new clips will be inserted, new shots will be inserted, different angles, giving us an entirely new, modern version of both Kenobi and Anakin having that confrontation on Mustafar. That, to me, I think is all the more, you know, emotional. The fact that Ahsoka is going to be witnessing all of this and how she tries and attempts to change that moment and decides to not change that moment because she knows how crucial the World Between Worlds can be if you change the past. She will be changing some elements of the sequel trilogy. We talked about this already before, but this key moment of the prequels is basically going to give fans a brand new take on the moment in which Kenobi watches Anakin Skywalker burning alive, pretty much also as Darth Vader. That, to me, I think is going to be a very interesting thing by Favreau and Filoni to see exactly what their take is going to be like. We already know that George Lucas is going to be heavily involved with this major scene that's going to be filmed by this July, the middle of July to be specific. You know, as of right now, they're doing all preliminary filming for the Ahsoka series that's not necessarily involving a lot of the characters. It's more so, you know, regular shots. A lot of the character sequences will begin in about a week. So, yeah, guys, you know, let me know what you can think about all this below in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.